KWQC TV, the news leader, making a difference in the Quad Cities. Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, a family-owned company that's been keeping the Quad Cities comfortable through every season. We'll talk with Gabrielson Indoor Climate Solutions about their nearly 80-year milestone.
Plus, if you love vintage style and one-of-a-kind finds, we have details on a customer appreciation open house happening at Cherry Picker Vintage Upholstery in DeWitt.
And later, what is it really like to experience homelessness? Humility Homes and Services is offering a powerful opportunity to find out, and we'll explain how you can take part. You're watching Quad Cities Live. It is Tuesday, October 28th. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. I'm Kyle Keel.
I'm Morgan Otier. It is a big week at the Putnam Museum and Science Center, from spooky movie nights to pumpkin launching, even a chance to help name a dinosaur.
Yeah, the Putnam is celebrating fall fun in a big way, and joining us now to talk all about it is Scott Peak with the Putnam Museum and Science Center. Scott, welcome back.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you as well. So, yeah, lots of exciting things happening. First, we want to talk about this week, Halloween Eve.
Yes.
You can catch a couple of movies, Halloween themed, and the great part about it is we know people are going to like it because it's the people's
voted
choice.
for it.
Them, yeah. So on Halloween Eve, we have Halloween Town.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We had put that up for a vote with a number of things, and that was overwhelmingly the winner.
People love
Okay.
it.
And then on Halloween night itself, we've got The Evil Dead.
That looks scary. I haven't seen that, but judging from the photo on the screen,
Yeah,
I
well,
feel
we,
like
you know,
it's
we
scary.
thought that the kids might be out trick-or-treating.
Yeah. Sure.
And, you know, some people might
for
want
the
to go
adults
see
to
a
do.
slasher, you know?
Yeah, why not? Why not, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So to go see a movie at the Putnam, it's on the giant screen, correct?
Yes.
That's correct.
$10 for adults, $9 for youth or seniors. But this is pretty cool. So if you're wearing your costume, you can get a little free treat.
Yeah, free popcorn.
Free popcorn.
Yeah.
Love
Awesome.
that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So obviously after the whole Halloween
There's
festivities
still
are
stuff
over,
to look
there's
forward
still
to.
stuff to
Plenty
look
to
forward
look forward to.
So you might be looking at your pumpkin, your little jack-o'-lantern, you know, it's getting a little slouched over. Got to get rid of that.
Yeah.
So you're
So
launching these things.
We're launching them, yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a giant trebuchet on the back lawn of the Putnam, and they're launching down the hill.
And it's a sight to see. If you've never done it before, it's a
is.
sight to see. And also, you'll get a chance to make your own trebuchet as well. So you brought a little demonstration here, which I'm very excited about.
So we've got activities because
Yeah.
it's also the Day of the Dead.
That's right.
So because of that, we're showing Coco in the theater at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So that's yet another movie opportunity.
really good
so
one.
we'll have Day of the Dead activities, and we'll have trebuchet
you can make your own
activities. So you
here.
can kind of make your own.
This
You
is
can
one
try
of the
that.
activities. You can make one of your
Day of the Dead
Yeah,
masks.
and then a
Dia de-
sugar
Dia de los
mask, which is what
Muertos.
this one's actually called. And then- So, but you know, we thought it got to have some science involved.
Thanks,
right?
guys.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Gotta have
the trebuchets,
You got to have
too.
some science involved,
Yes,
so
of
you can make
course.
your own little. Let's see how it goes. Whoa.
All right, yours.
All
Next.
right.
Let's see if I can get mine. Let's see. Morgan thinks I'm going to break the spoon. Oh no, it was a fail. It was a fail, Morgan.
You can't hold the pumpkin.
wanna
You got to hold
try
your
it.
spoon.
Hold up. So you put the pumpkin in, and then.
No.
Oh, I see. So I'm
And then
operator
now
error.
take this here. Now put
Okay.
your finger there.
Oh, okay.
And now let her go.
Well,
You did
You know,
great.
it was lackluster, but
it was a little lackluster.
You
so
know,
you
it might-
can do better.
Kids-
Create your own.
Right.
Yeah, kids can do better.
Yes.
So that's a whole big day happening at the Putnam. And sorry, I have to try
She's
this.
gonna launch it at me now.
Before we move on, I want to try it. Wait, am I not holding
you
it?
got it? You're good?
I'm
Yeah,
good.
you're good. Oh, you
Nice.
got a little more airborne.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
airborne
A little
on
more
that.
airborne. So
Wonderful. This is free,
It is, yeah.
right?
Yes.
But you are asking folks to bring a donation with them.
Yeah, we figured since we're throwing some food off the
Yeah.
you know, and we probably should have people bring other food
Yeah.
that we can take to Riverbend Food Bank.
That's great.
yeah, that's
I love
awesome.
that,
So
yeah.
you might have noticed the T-shirt that we have. So you're working to bring a Triceratops to the Putnam, and this
Yes.
whole project started with a trip you went on to Wyoming.
Yeah, in the end of June.
Yeah.
So what's happening is we're launching into Dino-vember.
Yes.
So it's all
Dino-vember.
things dinosaur.
Nice
in
segue.
November. Yeah, exactly. So we've got some new merch available to support this project because obviously it's an undertaking.
Yeah.
We're going out there, we're digging it up, and we've got 32 bones right now being processed at Augustana.
Very cool.
And
That's so cool.
By 2027, we'll have the whole thing. I mean, it probably won't be the entire thing because you never really find the whole thing.
But you might.
But we might. You never know.
Because people are going back out there this coming
Yes.
summer as well.
So June again, we'll have another group go out.
That's awesome.
And hopefully get the rest of it. But to support it, we've got this new T-shirt that we did in collaboration with Classical Graphics, which, you know, pretty
It's
cool.
gorgeous.
It is
yeah.
very cool.
And
Very
then, so
nice.
that's $25. And then we've got these new enameled dinosaur expedition pins, which I'm going to give to you guys.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And those are $8 in the store as well. So, you know, every little bit helps. Obviously, we accept donations as well. But,
Yes.
you know, fun things to remind people of the project. And because it's the community's dinosaur, we want the community to help name the dinosaur.
Yeah, there we go.
So we've launched a naming contest.
You can start submitting, right?
You can submit names now.
People love to pick a name.
Through the end of the year. And then in mid-January, we'll take the top 5.
Okay.
And then people can vote. So
All right, you guys.
All right, so
no
stand-
Dino McDino face.
Yes, and of course
yes,
they need the donations as well to get the Triceratops. So if you would like to learn a little bit more about the exhibits and activities at the Putnam Museum and Science Center, be sure to head to their website, putnam.org. Scott, as always, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
I'm looking forward to finding out that name.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
votes in.
Still to come on QCL, if you're thinking about replacing your furnace or your air conditioner, Gabrielson has been a trusted name in comfort since 1946. We'll learn what sets them apart next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
For nearly 8 decades, a local family-owned business has been keeping homes comfortable no matter the season. Gabrielson Indoor Climate Solutions has been serving the community since 1946. And joining me to talk more about that long-standing legacy is Troy Simpson, a residential sales specialist with Gabrielson. I almost said 1846, but I caught myself there.
Yeah,
Still
that
a
would've been
very
just pretty
long
old.
time, almost 80 years,
Yes.
which is such a huge milestone, which we will get to. Troy, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you. Let's start with a little background on Gabrielson's history here in the Quad Cities.
Yes. Yeah, 1946, Burr Gabrielson started Gabrielson Heating and Air Conditioning back then. We are now Gabrielson Indoor Climate Solutions, and so we are coming up on our 80th year. There will be a pending big celebration and an event, but that's in the works right now.
Yeah,
So.
well, there he is, right there on the screen. We want to thank you for getting us a photo. I love the history of it all, especially when it comes to these family-owned businesses.
Yeah.
You personally have been in the HVAC industry for a very long time. I believe I have in my notes about 40 years.
About 40 years. I started in high school.
You started in high school, and you've been with Gabrielson for a very long time, since 1997. So tell us a little bit about your role, because you work a lot with the customer.
Yes. Yeah, I originally started there to build up their residential new construction business. And then in 2008, when the economy kind of got a little iffy, I transitioned into, still doing that, but transitioned into residential add-on replacement business. And so that is predominantly what I do today. So.
Okay, so you're giving us some really great insight today into the entire team. So talk a little bit about that customer connection and what you really focus on when you visit a customer's home.
Sure, it starts with our service department. They are the front lines. They're in the homes. We obviously get people who call outside of our service department, but they're in the homes and they are diagnosing issues, finding problems, and then it's my job from there to be transitioned into direct contact with the customer, and I will go out and assess their situation and talk to them about their needs and what they need in the HVAC.
Right. It is such an important relationship. It truly is, because I think a lot of times for the customer it does feel like an emergency, and in many situations it can be an emergency. You know, we live in a region where it gets very cold or it gets very hot, and these things matter to many of our families. So Gabrielson offers something called the Assured Comfort Agreement. So tell us a little bit about what that agreement is, the Assured Comfort Agreement, and how that kind of works.
Yeah, I'm a big promoter of that on the sales side, but obviously on the service side we are as well. We find that our customers have a lot more longevity of life of their system when they are getting it serviced twice a year. And so our Assured Comfort Agreement customers get 2 checks, once in the spring, once in the fall. And so that is just a way to maintain their equipment and keep it running and in optimal performance.
So this is something that as a customer that I can purchase. It's kind of like an extra, and it's making sure that all that equipment, my HVAC, is getting checked a couple of times a year.
Yes.
Just speak to that for us and how regular maintenance can really cut down on costs and maybe other repairs down the road.
Well, your HVAC system is one like me. It's out of sight, out of mind. I'm in the business and don't change my filter like I should.
Oh my gosh, you just reminded me that I need to change my filter.
My wife has to remind me to spray our air conditioner off. Anyway, if that stuff is done, your system runs and lasts a lot longer. And so that is something we take off your plate and do that for the customer.
It is very nice.
It's beneficial.
If you don't have, Troy's wife reminding you, right? At least they can remind you.
Yeah.
So I also want to talk a little bit about, for homeowners who are watching right now, how they should know when or if they need to potentially replace their AC or their furnace. Because you guys often say, when you replace one, you may as well look at replacing both.
Right. Yeah. I never want to be the determiner of how they spend their money. But if I'm at a home and we're there to look at, let's just say, replacing the furnace, I always want them to have all the information they can, because it is of value if the system is old enough to justify spending the money on both, to do both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
When we come in, most of our new equipment are different sizes.
Right.
And so the duct modification that we have to do on top of the furnace, if that can all be done at one time as opposed to two separate times, there's a value there. When you put two pieces of equipment together, rebates kick in better. There's more rebates that way, and so the total value is better if it fits your budget.
It's huge. Okay, so here's the information we have on your screen. I also want to remind people, as we give you the address and the phone number for Gabrielson, they have an indoor showroom, which is really helpful to a lot of customers. Gives them an opportunity to see equipment up close and get kind of hands-on with that. As always, too, you can visit their website for more information, which we just had there on the screen. Troy, we want to thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate it as well.
Coming up after the break, craftsmanship with character. We'll meet the woman behind Cherry Picker Vintage Upholstery for a look at how she's giving old furniture new life.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
If you love vintage finds, unique furniture, and a little bit of DIY inspiration, you're going to want to check out Cherry Picker Vintage Upholstery, located in downtown DeWitt. Joining me today is owner Diane Grants. Diane, thanks for being here today.
Well, thank you for having us.
Well, yes, and thank you for bringing all of these lovely items with you, which we'll get to in just a minute. But first, I want to talk a little bit about this coming weekend. So for anybody who's never been to your shop before, great opportunity because you're having an open house.
We are. It's a customer appreciation open house, and it's Saturday, November 1st from 9 to 5. And we're going to have some prizes and refreshments. Well, the prizes are going to be gift certificates for the shop, so we're going to give several of them out.
Okay, so give us a little bit about your background. When did you open Cherry Picker, and why did you decide to do it? Obviously, you have a passion for this.
I do. My background is actually human resources, but when I retired, I had done upholstery part-time on the side, and I thought, oh, one day I was driving through DeWitt and there was a shop opening up, and I thought, oh my gosh, I want to be in DeWitt. So I opened up on the January 1st of 2020, and as you know, it was shortly after that COVID hit. I stayed really busy. And during that time, though, I thought, let's bring antiques into the place. I have the room, and I had some friends that were looking for a place to relocate some of their antiques. So we had 6
different vendors. You have different vendors
Mm-hmm.
inside the space. You brought some items with you here today, all of them beautiful. So talk a little bit about a few of them, very festive, of course, as we get into the Thanksgiving and Christmas seasons.
Okay. What we have here are what you call primitives, and we do have a lot of primitives in the shop. We try to keep it at that, like butter molds.
Oh, yeah.
These butter molds were, they're something that the farmers would have carved their own pattern into to identify their butter.
I see that.
We have pantry boxes. These are old boxes that would have stored dry ingredients.
Okay.
This one is a popular one. This is where you can see that spices would have been on.
That's an antique. Wow.
Yeah, these all are.
Wow.
Your yellowware bowls. These are something else that we have a lot of, and they're highly collectible.
How do you become so well versed in, you know, items like this and what people want, especially people who enjoy antiques?
I learned so much from the vendors that we have. I mean, I've been into antiques almost my whole life, but they're just wonderful. I like to call them my partners because they help me out with so much and very knowledgeable.
That's awesome.
And then people will come in a lot and say, I'm looking for this, and most of the time we find it.
And most of the time you find it. That is so cool to hear. You also teach upholstery classes.
I do.
Obviously that is a passion of yours. So people can get involved in that by visiting the shop?
They can. And we're going to start the classes up again in the middle of November.
Okay.
We already have one. I believe it's scheduled for the 19th, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. So with this customer appreciation open house that you're hosting over the weekend, what do you hope that people take away from visiting your shop, whether they are longtime customers who visit all the time, or maybe somebody new who's watching today?
Well, one thing I'd like to see is some of the younger folks, they don't, you know, appreciate a lot of the antiques, but it's kind of nice to come in and see that you can mix the old and the new.
Yeah.
And the vendors do a great job of that.
Yeah.
You know, helping people understand what things are and what they were and how you can mix them.
And having something truly unique to your space, right?
Yes, definitely.
That not necessarily anybody else is going to have. So yeah, let's get the information on the screen for everybody because that open house is this Saturday, November 1st from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Cherry Picker is located at 811 6th Avenue in DeWitt. We've got the phone number and the address right there on your screen. Also, be sure to follow along on social media. Visit facebook.com/cherrypicker, and that is cherry spelled like chair, which I think is so cute. Diane, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you coming in. Coming up, stepping into someone else's shoes. We'll tell you how Humility Homes and Services is helping people better understand the challenges of homelessness.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Homelessness continues to be a growing concern in our community, and understanding it goes beyond statistics. Sometimes it's about seeing the human stories behind the struggle.
And that's why Humility Homes and Services is stepping in and offering a unique opportunity to do just that. And joining us now from Humility Homes and Services is Adam Parr. Adam, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah, somewhat of a serious topic, but it's going to get us to help better understand, you know, what it's like to be homeless. So give us a little bit of background, first of all, on Humility Homes and Services and what you do here in the Quad Cities community.
So Humility Homes and Services was started, I believe, 1989 by some nuns that got together from the Congregation of Humility. Went to D.C., marched on Capitol Hill for homelessness and allowing people to have the same rights as everybody else. Around 2009, 2012, somewhere in there, they split ways to have the Humility Homes and Services and also the congregation, which they are very involved still.
Yeah.
One of the original 4 nuns will be retiring after 35 years, so Sister Marianne Vogel will be retiring from that, so that'll be
amazing.
You know, a spot. After that, we began doing things like our emergency shelter, rapid rehousing, permanent supportive housing, veteran assistance, outreach assistance.
A lot.
Anything where there was a need.
Yeah. Oh, it's incredible what you have your team has been able to accomplish over the years. So what is an immersion experience?
So the immersion experience is an afternoon set aside from 8:30 to 12:30 on Friday, Halloween. Okay. We will be starting at our shelter, so that way people can kind of get an idea of what it is like staying in our shelter and what services are already offered there for people.
Okay.
From there, we walk to our Jubilee campus, which consists of Fresh Start Center, the corner closet offices, admin offices, kind of giving a little bit of history about our services that we'd offer. We get on to CHC, and then we end at lunch and kind of just answer any questions that people may have, give them ways to be able to get involved in any other information that they would need.
Okay. Yeah, and I know you do a lot of these immersions throughout the year, at least a few, so it's different from just giving a presentation on what you do. So why do you feel the need to offer these immersive experiences?
Absolutely. It's more of the hands-on, eye-opening experience for people that might not have had a lot of barriers in their lives or difficulties in their lives. So it's just a way to be able to better communicate with a population that often goes unseen.
Sure. I think, you know, some of the folks in the community who are already passionate, you know, about just different issues in society, this is something that they would want to sign up for. But who else would you say should consider signing up for something like this and kind of really seeing the other side of things?
So, I mean, we encourage everybody to become involved with it. We're looking at, you know, pairing with some of the schools that have social service workers there. There's a lot of schools in our area that have community hours that they need to accomplish. We're really looking at anybody that is wanting to experience this to come down. They can sign up through the website, and through the website there's so many different things that you can do. You can volunteer, you can donate, you can just be involved with our things that we have going on.
Yeah, it really just gives you an idea of what these people are dealing with. So let's talk about the state of homelessness, not only here in the Quad Cities, but countrywide, because the statistics really aren't great.
Absolutely. It is something that is going to be on the rise over the next few years. We see the cost of living and the cost of housing going up, but paychecks aren't getting any larger. And now we're going to be looking into potentially cutting off things that people are surviving on right now. So it is going to become more of a pandemic than what we have experienced before.
Yeah, it's also a really good opportunity given the different parts of the day that you all have planned for, you know, folks here in the community to see all of the different resources that we do have, the different teams of people and organizations that are really working to help people out.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times those organizations, unless you've been personally affected by them, they can go unnoticed. So
absolutely.
It's a great way to spread the word. Homelessness in the QC, an immersion experience, is scheduled for this Friday, Halloween, October 31st from 8:30 to 12:30 p.m. at Humility Homes and Services Emergency Shelter. That's where everybody's meeting. To register, visit humilityhomes.org/immersion. Adam, thank you for coming on the show today and just explaining all of this to our viewers.
Thank you for having me.
We really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching Quad Cities Live.
Jeopardy is coming up next, followed by your local news and weather at 4 o'clock. We'll see you back here tomorrow.